Welcome back to your Setup Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark. How are you feeling today, brother?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling great. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. What's new? What's going on? What I miss? You said you wanted to tell me something. You was like, I want to save it for the podcast.
Bro, it's crazy because I had all this stuff and you're so right. And I've low-key forgot.
We talked about The Conjuring, but you're like...
Yeah, okay, so it was a little bit of that. So I had watched The Conjuring recently. I never watched it before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never watched it. It's my first time watching it. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I never watched it before. I usually try not to watch movies like that because I try to keep them demons out of my life, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's just kind of what, I do. So I ended up watching it, though, and... yeah, it was a pretty interesting movie. It wasn't really so much scary. There was like two parts that kind of got me a little bit. And one was when, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but I mean, like, it's an old movie. Just watch it. I'm not really giving anything away. It's expected in a scary movie. So on the stairs where she had the pictures up and how they just fell down on the stairs, bro, that noise was so unnecessarily loud. Like, it was just like the glass was like, I was just like, what the fuck was that for? It was that part, and then I think when the two daughters that were in the room, the one that got her leg pulled, and then she ended up looking around to find like what pulled her leg, and then next thing you know, she started looking in the corner of the dark space behind the door, and she started like screaming and freaked out. Like that low key like freaked me out because I was like, yo. Low key, as a little kid, like if you ever were like in a dark room and looked at that joint and couldn't see pitch black, you would just be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like you would just look
that.
Exactly. So I was just like, "Yo, that was pretty creepy." I didn't get like scared, but it like freaked me out a little bit. I was like, "Yo, that's very crazy." But overall, yeah, that movie was. There was a lot of things I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like this like, you could tell it's a scary movie. Like shit just doesn't add up. They just be doing stupid shit. You're just like, "What the hell?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know." Like. They'll be running right to the things.
I know.
And doing the things that they shouldn't be doing. Like the one John fell at the end. She fell like behind something. Like when she went through the wardrobe thing and she went into that little space that was made in the wall. And then she fell down there where she found the rope that was with the news. She fell down there to the basement. And as soon as she fell down there, bro, I would have thought, okay, maybe check, hey, am I okay? Are my legs okay? Am I good? Like, where am I exactly? We check. She literally pulled the fucking music box out and started whining. And I'm like...
She didn't recover. She didn't like try to
She didn't do
herself.
anything. She was just like, okay, yeah, let me wind this up real quick. And then I'm like, not to mention, that's like a possessed item over here. And you're over here like trying to... I'm just like, yo, what's up with y'all? You know?
Yeah. I'm not going to act like I could... like direct or produce a whole horror film because I know I can't, or at least not without help. Like I don't feel like I'm equipped enough to do that on my own, but I could at least help out with somebody else who is good with it to like kind of check some things because sometimes like you said, it's either like unrealistic or just shit just that doesn't make sense. Like I feel like I can't do everything, but I could do little stuff to throw in there to like make it creepy or scary. Like
yeah, there's just sometimes where the character literally just goes towards the thing that they just like I just feel like you've seen things already and you've heard things already to kind of put you in this like lead you in this way where you're like, okay, things don't seem right. Let me not just act on impulse of the first thing I see and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there. It's just like I think I can handle a ghost. like what? Like they brought a cop. For some reason,
the fuck is he gonna do
to fight ghosts? Like I was like, I guess this makes sense. I call it Ghostbusters. I mean, like at that point, like, and I was just sitting there, like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I mean, it was just weird. Like there was the one scene where he's like they kind of have all this stuff situated in the house, like as far as cameras, putting the bells on the doors to make sure they can get everything. And he's like sitting with the one guy that's helping them. Like I guess like he's almost like an intern. I guess I don't know exactly what he is, but
it's a fucked up intern.
I guess that's what I was saying. I was like, that's why I'm like, bro, you really sitting here like faithfully working for these people. Like I don't know how that really works, but he was like, oh yeah, I need to get another cup of coffee. So he goes to the kitchen. He ends up hearing shit outside, seeing the rocking chair move, and all he hears is like some shit like, oh, like she did this to me, like she made me do this, or some shit like that, or he's just hearing shit. So then he's just like looking outside, and then he goes around, goes to the hallway to like where the door is out there, opens it up, looks around, walks to the edge of the porch, just like turns around and comes back. And then locks the door because, he got a little freaked out. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you go out there in the first place, bro? Like, you're safe in here. Like, there's people here that can see you. If anything happens, they're like, okay, we know where he went. Like, you're literally separating yourself from everybody so you can purposely get caught. I'm like, bro, come on. Then he went to the one room to the side, and the like maid or whatever, the ghost maid came, and she just that low key freaked me out too, because she disappeared in one spot, and then she just popped out of nowhere. She was like, "She did this to me," and I was just like, "Yo,
What she do?
She's like, she did this to me." Like that's what she said. She said that shit, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" But yeah. Anyway, overall, that movie was just a little weird, but I got through it. It was a interesting movie.
I feel like if you just made it like super like honest, or like how like shit would really be if you were in that situation, I feel like it'd be way better. Like somebody's like, all right, like just go there. It was like, fuck that. Like, like you just put element of that in there.
Like the idea of when they first moved into the house and the girls accidentally broke the wood to go down to the basement because it was sealed off, and then the dad was just like, "Huh, what's that? Let's go. Let me go check it out."
No,
it's sealed for a reason.
Yeah.
Like why are we going down there? You know?
like instead of doing that, like if you want to make it like better or like realistic, just be like, I'm cool. Like like fuck that
say
shit.
some stuff, but it's like
I'm not fucking with that.
But like the characters are like so oblivious to things as far as like demons and
I'm just
ghosts.
gonna-
You know, like they just don't care about stuff.
Like you said, the husband was just like, hey, get out of my wife.
Yeah, bro, they got me so tight. My man was unconcerned with his wife being possessed. Like he was just looking at her like, damn, she going through it. Like that's like I feel like what his expression was.
Hey,
about
demon, you want to get out of my wife, please?
That's literally what he was doing. He was just like, get out of her. I'm just like,
No? Okay.
I was like, bro, that's my wife. I'm straight sock. I don't care. Like I know she gonna be hurt afterwards, but at least I'm doing something. Like, get out of my wife, yo.
Hit me harder.
Right? I'm
Just like, oh,
man.
shit.
Never mind, let me chill. But yeah. But I mean, I guess in the time period, maybe, I don't know. But, you know, again, it was based off of a true story, they say. So I don't know. But it was weird. What's weird, though, is that, like, a couple days ago, like, I mean, after watching it, you know, after seeing the ads and stuff for the third one, and then obviously the second one was on Netflix as well, I was like, low-key, for some reason, I want to see the other ones, but, like, I don't. Like, my mind and my curiosity is telling me yes, but I know the Lord's telling me don't do it.
The Lord.
Yeah, the Lord's like, don't do that, bro. So I'm like, I don't know. But, yeah. The Conjuring, scary movies. Don't really watch them, but yeah.
Do you believe, like, I don't know, like, do you think that it really was based on a true story, or like people was just...
I mean, I do, in a sense, believe in spirits as far as that, just because, like, as far, like, you know, me being, well, us really going to, like, a Catholic school and thinking of the idea of, like, you know, the Holy Spirit and all that stuff. Like, I feel like there is a form of, like, spirit and all that stuff. So if there is a form of good spirit, there's obviously the idea of bads, I guess, you know. But as far as, like, it being able to get into people's, like, lives, I feel like it only happens as far as, I guess, if you allow it to.
So,
you know
like,
what I mean?
what the fuck is that shit called? I'm completely blanking, but like when those people that did like the Ouija board shit and then that girl got possessed, what the fuck is that called?
What?
What's that movie called? It's like a classic movie.
Oh, what the movie's called in general, I'm not sure, but I remember. Yeah, I really don't know.
What they made fun of in Scary Movie.
The Ouija board, though, right? That's
Yeah, but it's not the name of the movie.
Yeah, I know that's not the name of it. I'm trying to think of it, and I can't remember what it is.
The girl throwing up all over the place, but in real life, it was like actually like...
Oh, so The Exorcist? Is that what
Yes,
oh, okay.
That's what I couldn't think of. The Exorcist.
That's where it's from, the Ouija board?
Yeah, like some kids
play.
some kids. Supposedly the story is like in a house, some kids like messed with a Ouija board.
Oh, see, I
and like it opened up to, like you're saying, like as much as you allow it to come in, to allow that to happen. But supposedly in the original, like the real life story was a little boy and not a little girl.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I feel like it only happens as much as you allow it to, and I feel like, you know, that's why I don't like associate myself with stuff like that, because I'm like, I'm not.
If I don't open up to it,
exactly. I don't open up to it. I feel like my life is just perfectly fine. You know, like they don't. I feel like you start doing it, and you're just slowly opening the door to letting it get in more, and it's like, all right, yeah, this person's getting the mindset. This person's getting. So I was just like, yeah. So.
Yeah. See, the thing with me is like I want to believe it's real and all that stuff, and I do believe it's real. But the other half of me is like, I only believe things after like I witness it.
Until you witness
so I'm just like
until I start floating. I'm
not even that, but it's just like I don't want to see that shit in real life.
Yeah.
But a part of me is like, I won't fully believe it until I see like some kid like like levitating and vomiting.
Damn, this shit real.
Oh, you wasn't bullshitting. This shit.
Damn.
Because I know there's some people out there that will probably like make up the story to like bring attention or whatever it is, or like for fame or for whatever they could write a book and shit and say I survived this.
So it was actually funny because actually in that movie there was that one scene where there was a couple, like a random couple that called the other couple that deal with, you know, the whole possession and ghosts, and they were calling them because they thought that they had like a ghost or something in their house, and they ended up looking around and realizing that it was just a natural occurrence of just the house, and just there was like pipes or whatever that was kind of loose and water that kind of sprinkled out that made it look like shit was happening. They thought it was, but real life it was just not. So kind of shit like that where it's like you think it is, but a lot of times it could just be regular shit. Like if you have an old house and you hear creaking, I mean, that's just natural for shit to happen, you know. But I'm still squaring up if I hear something, if I'm in the shower by myself, alone at home. I ain't never hear this shit the whole time I was here.
Now all of a sudden.
As soon as I'm butt-ass naked in the shower, this shit happening.
You know what be getting me, bro? Especially when I was a kid. You ever be in a room with like a window open and then the door just fucking slams? Bro, that shit. I'm like, yo, why the fuck did that door just close? And I'm like, why? Like, no, the window ain't do that. The wind not that strong.
Not that strong. No, yeah,
we gonna die. So.
We gonna die. Now that's happened. Yeah, I think I don't want to say that happened as much as in my mom's house. My dad's house, that happened a lot because the way he had made my room into the living room, how it was, like those two windows, big as shit. So whenever wind would come in there, and my door was just, I guess, so new that it was just easy to just open and close. And bro, that joint slammed it one time so hard, bro, I fucking almost shit myself. I was like, yo, what was that? Like, I didn't know what it was. All I heard was a loud bang. And I don't even think I was in my room when it happened either. I was just somewhere else in the room. So I heard it like in the distance, and I'm just like, the fuck was that? And like realize me like probably in a room with no windows open. So like I'm like didn't think it could be the wind, you know? So realize not remembering them, the windows in my room are open. So I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
I gotta go now.
Yeah, like I'm like, yo.
You know what movies I feel like still just holds like a place, or like I feel like even though it was shitty, probably if I rewatched it, but like Paranormal Activity.
See, I've
like
never
at
watched
you never watched that?
Bro, I told you I don't want these demons into my life, bro.
I feel like now it wouldn't hit as much for you, but like around do you remember like at least at the time when it came out and it was such a big deal?
Yeah,
like it was
the whole idea with the camera in the room.
Yeah, like it was just security camera type shit. Like, and it was a cheaply, like they didn't have a huge budget and they made all this money. Security footage, and I feel like other movies kind of like modeled themselves after that. But it was like I don't think it was like made by a studio. It was just like independent people and they got picked up or something. But that movie at the time, like that was one of the very few that I was like, oh shit, like this shit real. Like, because that in that sense, it was like people in their homes and they were just like, they weren't filming for the sake of a movie. They were filming for the sake of like
just security purposes.
More of just like to like witness, to have proof. They made it seem like they were having like because that the wife or either the house or the wife was experiencing like paranormal shit.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yo, like I don't know if it's like a coincidence. So like let's just like put a camera everywhere and see what we find as like to prove to show to somebody. And they kind of like that's what they were doing, but they made it into a movie. You know, so it seemed like it was just like real. So I'm like, oh shit, like this shit is legit. But like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, and it was just for the sake of a film. Because like the second, third, and fourth ones were kind of ass.
I don't know that whole idea of like, you know, chairs floating and stacking themselves up and then spinning in the air and shit like that.
And the way they would do it in that is like so subtle that they just be like both of the husband and the wife will be asleep, and you'll just see like you could tell they're knocked out, and you'll just see the blanket just like. And it would just start to like move or something. Like it would start to get peeled off of them, or it wouldn't be like monster, like crazy, like type of shit. It would just be like subtle things. You'd be like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Or like the chandelier will start like moving on its own. I'm like, that's hot.
Shit like that. Shit like that is like, all right, I'm out, bro. Like, I'm not sitting here to figure out what's gonna happen. Like, I know the end result of this. Like,
I can't fight this.
Somebody's getting possessed. You know, some shit's happening. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, there was just things in my head when I was just younger that made me just stay away from that. And I was talking to my mom about it too, and she was just like, "Okay, you see, you get some of this stuff from me," because she's low key the same way. So it's pretty funny. But like I used to just tell her like, well, not really tell her, but like first of all, when I was just younger, you know, I would see like certain shit, like not see shit. I'm not trying to sound like I see it, but I'm talking about stuff as like as far as like movies and stuff like that. You know, like seeing shit like that. You know, even if it's just snippets or clips and stuff, like I'll end up catching the bad shit, of course. And like then from there, it's just me being curious, like curiosity as a kid, I just be sitting there. And ever since, and I'm not saying it was this point on, but there was like from doing this, like I realized like, all right, I'm never sleeping with my door open because, like, bro, like that's just so fucking creepy. Like, if you sleep with your door open, bro, I don't know how. Like, I cannot do it. Like, I don't know who can do it. I cannot. The idea of sleeping and just waking up, probably, you know, just if you wake up in the middle of the night and just looking out your door and
you just see like
darkness,
a figure.
Like, what if you see a figure, bro? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you're not
That's
about
the
to,
only way out of your room.
Exactly. You're not getting up to close the door because now you're face to face with it. Like, so what are you doing, bro? Like, I would never, ever sleep with my door open, bro, ever. Like, I don't know who does that, but I cannot do it. And also, just like before when I was younger too, we had like a light in the hallway, like just like almost like a nightlight in the hallway. So also just that, like, you know, the same thing, even if you saw a figure, but it was just that light. It's like I was just thinking like, and this was at Franklin Street. So I was like, this when I was younger too, and I was in the middle room. So I was just figuring like, yo, if I'm sleeping and again, I like wake up and I just like see somebody passing through the hallway, like, I know
you
that
just see a shadow. Just
yeah, like, bro, like I'm just sitting there like, bro, like I don't know what I would do. And it's kind of off the same idea of like, you know how people always have this same idea, like for some reason it's universal when you're like, oh, you're downstairs and you turn the light off and you run upstairs and you run upstairs. That's that idea too. Like that's where it comes from. And I just always had shit like that in my head and shit like that. So I'm just like, bro, like never sleeping with the door open, like nothing. And that's why when I said that whole scene where the girl's looking in the corner of a room in the darkness, like that's like that where that same idea comes from. I'm like, I don't feel her situation, but I'm like, bro, like I could imagine like they're seeing something there and it's just like they're like she's literally like crying, like pure tears, like, yo, like something's there. Like I'm scared out of my fucking mind, like and shit like that. And I just tried not to, you know, associate myself with that. So
I feel you.
I'm a holy man. I'm a holy man.
I'm surprised you didn't freak. Because remember the last summer when we went down the shore? And we were like all in the room. And then like we were freaking out because the bathroom light kept turning off and on in the middle of the night. And you were just knocked out.
Man, was I?
Yeah.
Really? Shit, that was the Lord. It was he was like, I'm not gonna let nothing touch him. I'm not gonna let him touch him. He's a good child.
I'd be in the bed. It's like 2 a.m. and the bathroom light would like just come on. I'm like,
nah, you see, nah, fuck that shit.
And
bro.
it would turn off, it turned on. I'm just like,
y'all good, bro. The ghost would have looked at me and said, I can't touch him.
He's a holy man.
Yeah, he's a holy man. Let me get away from him.
It was like 2 nights in a row. I'm just like, yo, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I don't know.
I feel like I remember y'all saying that though. Y'all were talking about it, so I think so. But yeah,
you're just like, nope. If I play dead,
if I play dead, you know, never touch me. So yeah, I thought you were about to tell me about how the door kept doing that. Whoa.
Whoa. Like, that was us. That was
yeah. Don't know why that door was making that noise, but yeah. And then I remember one time also when I was younger, no sleep. He was over our house and with my brother. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, watch previous episode. My homie. We went to middle school together, high school with me as well. But he was over my dad's house. He had slept over, so it was him, my brother, and I. We were all there. I don't know, like, I don't remember what time of day it was. Most likely it was like early afternoon. But they had put on a movie called The Happening. I don't know if you know what that is, with Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
Freaked my fucking life out. that shit is just so fucking creepy, bro. Like, the idea of people just killing themselves. Like, it was just like, bro, what the fuck am I watching? Like, and it had really nothing to do with possession, but it was somewhere in the sense of it because it kind of was just random. Like, people were just literally just doing the most out of nowhere, and it was just random. But yeah, I saw that shit, and I was just like, yeah, nah.
I'm cool. I'm out of here.
I'm cool, bro. I ain't watching shit like this, bro. So yeah, as far as me and scary movies go, we just don't link, you know.
You're not bringing that. You don't need that bad energy into your life.
Exactly. I'll take any other movie, bro. But scary movies is I don't know. Not to mention, a lot of them are just all the same. You know?
Yeah, and a lot of them are ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I after watching The Conjuring, you know, like I didn't know what to expect. I was like, maybe I was gonna expect something crazy because I remember I was saying too. I was like, the scene where I was just explaining where she fell down the side into the basement. Spoiler, sorry. She had did the whole thing, saw the people behind her, the spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call it, people that had died. And then she had looked behind to see if they were there. They weren't there. So then she looked back into the mirror on the music box. She put it down, and the Joan was like right in her face. And my fucking mind, I was thinking like, oh shit, that Joan's about to jump on her, do some crazy shit. Meanwhile, the Joan just talked to her and was like, oh yeah, she made me do this. And then looked over to the side. And then she just looked over with her, and the Joan disappeared. I was like, oh, that's it?
That's it. You just want to have a chat.
I know. I was
an event to me.
Exactly. I was like, I thought some crazy shit was about to happen. I was about to jump on her or something. Yeah, like I was expecting some crazy shit. Meanwhile, it was the most simplest shit ever. I was like, oh, okay, never mind then, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I was just like expecting so much, and then a lot of the times it didn't happen what I expected. So I was like, oh, most likely a lot of these movies are the same way.
Yeah.
You expect some crazy shit to happen and it doesn't. So yeah, I don't know. And there was that scene where I guess the daughter at the house, like their house, from the couple that do the whole, I just like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was showing from their point of view, and like Annabelle got out of the fucking John, and I was just like, oh shit. Like,
I heard that movie was ass too. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But yeah. That scene was kind of a little bit like you got your, heart rate kind of going up a little bit, because it was pretty crazy. Because I was, bro, and that's what also got me on my nerves, bro. Why ain't nobody in the house hear shit, bro? Bro, doors is slamming, wind is hitting the fucking house, like trees, all this shit, but somehow nobody's hearing shit. The grandma didn't hear shit. She was knocked the fuck out, bro. That was me.
That's something I say. She's a holy woman. She ain't want no parts.
Bro, like she didn't hear nothing though. Like that's what got on my nerves. I was like, bro, what the hell?
She was in the bed like,
I ain't doing it. I ain't getting up. She's like, grandma, fuck, all right. I guess I got to. But yeah, that shit was pretty crazy, because then you saw her in the chair with the older lady, and they just turned around, and then next thing you know, the chair just flew right at the door, and I was like, yo, what the hell? I was like, damn, this shit crazy.
Catch that shit.
Right? Imagine. Yeet. Hit her right back. Shit. But yeah, that was it was a pretty interesting scene though as well, because I was like, oh, okay. Like it got crazy, because then like there was like somewhat light in the house, like from the hallway or whatever, it was something light, and then I know it just got dark. Like it just like I was like, oh shit, like I ain't know like this is what they could be doing, because they ain't do any of that type shit at the other house, that the family was at. But next thing you know, over here, the whole house just turned to like darkness, and I was like, yo, this is some pretty scary shit. Like if I was this little girl, like bro, I'm done. Like I swear, I'm sleeping with the lights on, like door closed, locks on that joint, like anything I could do, because I would never be able to just like live my life normal after experiencing something like that.
Yeah. But to me, like realistically, it's like there's nothing you can do to fight this. So it's like, how are they like survive? Like it's just letting you live. Like that's all it is. Like grandma, what is grandma gonna do? Realistically,
I mean, that's true.
Get punted across the room, get possessed, and then
and they really couldn't do anything, because a lot of times they got trapped in the room and they couldn't like open the door. Like they were trying to, and the door wouldn't open. So it was like shit. Like
if I was in there, my first thought would be like, yo, just kill me. Like, why are you playing with me right now?
Why are you playing with me?
Why are you locking the door? Just if you want to kill me, just kill me. Like
it's like, you know what? You're right. What am I doing?
Like what is like? All right, I moved into this house. You don't want me here. Kill me. What else is there to do?
You could just tell me to leave. Like
that too. Like. I go to open the closet door. Oh, it's locked. Why is it locked? I turn around. There's some dark shadow. Why are you playing games?
Exactly.
Let's get to business. Take me out.
You want me to know you're here? Well, you did it. Now, what's the next step?
What's up? Me? Throw hands.
What are we doing? We signed.
I can't fight back. So just kill me, please.
Are we fighting? Are we making a contract about something? How long you want to let me live here till you actually kill? Like, I'm not doing all that.
Stop with the torture. Just take me out.
No, I'm not doing that.
I've been waiting for this day. Thank you, son.
Like at this point, you should have just been there with me when I was signing the lease. Like right next to me, like, oh, you're gonna be signing with the deal with a ghost. This is who you also living with. Like at that point, I just never signed it. Like
you just signed this. Like get ready to throw them hands. I'm on your ass, boy.
I'm on your ass. That ass is mine. It's like, oh shit. But yeah, I don't know. Shit like that is just weird. But yeah, won't catch me there.
My movie will be real short. So when I get in, you just hear just like, all right, come on, just get it over with. Come on, let's wrap this thing up.
I was like, Did you say something? Did I know? Did you say something? No. All right, we out then. Because if it wasn't y'all two, then.
But they already took the money. They could have it. They could have it.
They have it. I don't care. You know, we lost a big investment. You know,
it was a risk.
Sucks. It was a risk and we lost. You know, we knew this would probably happen, and getting this place in the middle of nowhere in the woods, we thought of this. You know, come on.
We should have known better. That's our fault. My bad. Keep the money for the inconvenience. Right. We out your way.
No problem, bro. Don't do this shit again.
No disrespect. You good, bro. You straight.
Don't do this shit again, though. It was like, damn, all right. Yeah, I would never shit. Yeah, but I don't get how people don't be hearing shit. Because even in the other house, like, again, with the pictures when I was saying falling and hitting the stairs, bro, that was pure glass. Like, I got scared of that shatter. Meanwhile, all the little girls in the house is chilling, sleeping. I'm like, bro, I would have woke up instantly. Like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Everything louder at night, too. Like, you would have...
Exactly. So I would have been like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
Last night, my TV remote fell off my bed and probably woke up the whole house.
Exactly.
How the fuck you ain't here?
How the fuck you hear, like, 8 pictures fall off from the stairs?
You at least feel that tremor on your house. Like
something. They just fast asleep, like rock. I'm like, damn. I'm like, shit. I'm trying to be on y'all type sleep time. Damn. Y'all don't wake up till it's actually morning. Meanwhile, I wake up like 4 times in the middle of the night. Like, shit.
I hear the wind pass by my house.
Exactly. I got an itch on my leg. I'm up. I'm like, shit. Damn. But yeah, fucking scary movies. Won't catch me there. Sorry. And I also said, like, yo, there's just some people that also probably don't even think about, like, demons and stuff. They just watch it just to watch it. And it's just, like, that's cool, I guess. But, like, me, I just personally couldn't do it. Like, I don't know how you could, like, sit there for enjoyment to watch shit happen to me. But, like, I don't know. Like, to me, that shit just seems weird to me. I don't know. But, yeah. You only allow how much as you let in, so.
Mark trying to let in no demons.
Nope. No room for you here. I just have fun over here. Just chill. Good vibes only. Demons see good vibes. They're like, we don't want that.
Mark said, demon time, who? I'm cool.
Exactly.
No demons.
Only when I'm drunk.
Or like even those old shows, like oh, like, if you're in the room, give us a sign. Pussy. Did you hear that? Pussy. They had a cat when they were younger. Before the house burned down, they had a cat. And what was the cat's name? Twinkles. It was named Twinkles.
Right, named Twinkles. Oh, shit. Bro, they did that shit too in the movie, though. But it didn't, like, happen right away. They went to the basement and they were like, let us know that you're here. And nothing happened. And they were just kind of going around the basement, just waiting, trying to see. So nothing happened. The next thing you know, as they were going up the stairs, I think they heard something on the piano. They turned around. They were like, nothing happened again.
See, that's what I mean, bro. Like, why are you trying to turn into Stevie Wonder? Just take me down. Take me out.
At that point, like, you might as well, like, bro, you got 3 of us down here. You know how good of a kill this will be? You just took all 3 of us.
This is Among Us, exactly. And you're the imposter. You got 3 easy kills right here.
And you're somehow not doing anything. Like, I don't get it. Like, taking everybody out one by one isn't doing anything. like, just get rid of all of us. You good that way. I mean,
as soon as you hear the piano, team meeting, emergency meeting, right? There's something going on. We have to go.
I don't know what happened, but I heard something, and there was this person behind me. So I was like, yo, at that point, you might as well. Shit.
Yeah. It's like, or like back with those shows, like they'd be like, all right, we have the salamtometer here. Just be able to pick up to negative 100 decibels. We'll be able to hear anything that happens or the ghost tries to tell us. Or Rebecca, I'm sorry, Miss Rebecca's trying to tell us. And then like we have our expert here, and it'd just be like some redneck dude.
Some boy that's been living in the woods.
Like, yeah, the Rebecca family used to live here about 200 years ago. Ever since the suicide, they've never been the same. Ever since they lost the house, they've never been the same.
I heard stories.
And we heard some stories. We heard something through the grapevine that something's been going on. And actually today, is the anniversary
right?
of the house burning down. So we're gonna go in there with the salamtometer and see what we find.
Also, just to let y'all know, we told nobody that we were here.
Yeah,
it's like
we told all our families we're going on a vacation to Mexico, and we're actually here in Louisiana looking at this house. So let's go inside to see how this goes. And it's like always like on a rig on their body, and it's like the camera's like, okay. If you're here, let us know. Oh my God, did you hear that? Wait. And then you look at like, the machine will look like this.
Exactly.
And then the jaws be going crazy.
Oh my God, we got something.
You sound like a fucking metal detector.
Exactly, but for ghost. Oh man.
It's like, all right, well, let us know if should we leave? Are we welcome here? Fuck you. Oh, okay. We'll leave now. And then just like a door slams.
Not even. They'll be like, fuck you. Okay, so we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like,
And then like a door slams and then the beeper goes down. It's like, oh my god, what was that?
what was that, bro? But like you see shit like that, and a lot of times you're just like, okay, so like there's two situations for me. Like you hear about stories like that, so it's like obviously you know that's just possessed. But then you got people who actually go into places like prisons and stuff like that, where you know people like either kill themselves and shit like that, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna see if there's any spirits here. I'm like, bro, you're going to an abandoned prison, like. Why?
Where there's nothing but crime, just rapes and murders and
Exactly.
suicides.
Like,
and
why would
stabbings.
you ever want to do that? Like, I just don't get it. Like, bro, how do you get your kicks and fucking?
And there's
like,
and it's a
get your-
building full of people with probably fucked up minds or spirits or like just attitudes. Them shows used to crack me up though. Those like Paranormal Activity shows,
Exactly.
or just like, or not even like they'll say something because they'll never get anything that vivid where it's just like hello. It's always just like a broom falls. And it's like, look, if we like break this down and we slow it down and reverse it and like
You'll see.
you put the thing down, flip it and reverse it, and then you'll get to hear that the ghost is telling us the date that they died.
Right. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. We ain't doing that.
And it's like, all right, take a close listen to what we got here. We slowed it down to about -6 times, and we spread it out, and then we just made sure we pitched it up so you can hear like a human voice. It's like, it's like, oh my god,
Oh my God.
did you hear it?
Did you hear that? I think we got something. It's like, no,
And then what are they even trying to confirm when they do those shows? It's just
There
like,
is a ghost.
I guess, or is it just like, oh, like why are you haunting this place or something?
It's like because like
Because
it's my crib. Like
yeah, because it never ends with like, all right, we solved the case.
you can't
like,
solve it. Like,
or we got rid of the ghost. Like that's never the case. It's always like, oh, we'll get them next time.
it's like yeah, okay, there won't be next time. No more new episodes. They died. Like
How do you even get into that? Like, how is that your job?
that's what I'm saying. Like
Like,
you
there's no
really-
like department of ghosts.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you really go home every night and you really just be like, yo, I hunt ghosts.
Like nobody pays you to like do unless you do that show.
Exactly.
So you have to have a day job. What
All
makes
I'm
you the
saying
expert?
is I ain't working with you. That's what your
Yeah.
night job is.
I know Mark. Mark is like, oh, what do you do in your free time? I hunt ghosts. Yep, that's them demons I be talking about.
Yep,
I'm quitting.
I'm out. All right,
I'm getting
Jim.
transferred.
Jim, I'm not working here no more, bro.
Why not? You just said you loved it here. Yeah, but here, until I found out he fucked
Until
with
I
ghosts.
found out you hired some bull that for a living on the daytime he be trying to hunt ghosts. In the daytime he try to hunt ghosts, and that's not what I don't be rolling with that. Sorry. Yeah,
Ghosties.
ghosts.
Did you have anything else you wanted to tell me, or that was? Because I remember
That
you
just
said-
took a long time.
Yeah.
But I was going to just talk about my experience at the mall and just seeing people in their fashion statement. Like,
Oh, we'll talk about that another time.
yeah, it's just, nah.
But we've been going for a while now. So,
Yeah.
Mark, where can they find you?
You can find me at the Holy Church at
At Mother Teresa's on
Mother Teresa's.
on Fifth and
exactly, because I will be there praying to get these demons out. But yeah, you can find me Instagram at etc Marky Mark, Twitter at Marky Mark, Twitch at MC Marky Mark. Victor, where can they find you and etc. at?
find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, pretty much any platform that you know of that you have at etc Victor. Etc. stuff is the same thing on every platform at real etc. The email is real.etc@gmail.com. I don't think there's anything else to add. Do you want to say anything, Mark?
Just be safe.
Stay away from them demons.
Yep. Close your doors at night. If you don't, you crazy. I don't trust you.
Don't sleep with the door open.
Exactly.
ever.
Don't sleep with the door open ever, bro. Unless you just want to fight somebody at night in the middle of the night, that's on you.
Keep your feet under them covers. Never leave a limb hanging off the bed.
Don't ever, Yeah, that's about it. Be safe.
Be safe out here. All right, we see y'all next week. Bye.